Hey y'all, this is Io Oyabumi again, coming with debunking the myths. And this one is on roll the drums. Brr, palo monte. Yes, yes, yes. I'm here with my family in Cuba, and one of my godfathers and my other godfather. Look at him lighting a cigarette. So anyway, I want to debunk some myths because it's so many different scary stories and dark stories and negative stories surrounding Palo. I mean, globally, worldwide, and I'm here because of my experiences, and my experiences have been positive, and I know for many their experiences have not been positive, and I just want to debunk some myths. And so here I am with Rona Ebel.
My name is Rona. I am Tata Nkisi. My name in Palo is Lucero Lango Kalunga y Alejo. That's
And Papa.
my father, the Tata Nganga. That's the Tata Nganga. Tata Nganga is the highest rank, here in Palo Monte in this religion. Tata Nganga, that is the leader of a shrine, something like that. That's
and
him.
then our brother.
And that's my brother. He is the Bakonfula of our Palo Shrine. Bakonfula is like the people in charge, of the shrine. When the Tata Nganga is not there, it's like the second in the rank.
Okay. And then your wife over here. Your wife, your beautiful, beautiful wife. Yeah, well.
She's also initiated in Palo Monte.
Okay. I'm up here.
What? And I'm
Okay.
going to translate.
Okay. All right. So, Padre, for me, when before I come to Cuba, and for years, I've heard nothing but negative things about Palo.
Dice que o sea, antes de venir acá a Cuba y o sea conocer un poco más de cómo realmente funciona, lo único que había escuchado era cosas negativas con respecto a con respecto al palo, cómo funciona, qué es lo que se hace. Y es una realidad de que la mayoría de las personas, y no solo en Estados Unidos, sino alrededor del mundo, incluso aquí en Cuba, muchas personas tienen una idea errónea de lo que es el palo, cómo se practica y las cosas que se hacen, ¿me entiendes? Con qué objetivo y tal vez. Todo lo que gira alrededor del palo actualmente, desde el desconocimiento, es negativo.
Okay, before I go on to my next one, how does he feel about when people say, "Oh, Palo is negative" outside of Cuba? Even in Cuba, but in Cuba and outside of Cuba.
Ella está preguntando cómo nos sentimos nosotros de manera general, que sabemos cómo funciona cuando la gente habla negativo con respecto al palo.
Bueno, mira, realmente el palo siempre ha sido una institución muy negativa porque la mayoría de la gente, como no lo conoce, piensan de que todo es malo y malo y malo. Y no es así como piensa la gente o como lo interpretan las demás personas. Dice, cuando uno se inicia en esta religión, uno jura bueno y jura malo. ¿Por qué? Bueno para el que quiera el bien y malo para el que quiera lo más malo que pueda pensar la persona.
Okay.
So he's saying that it's a reality, when people think about about palo, negative things, coming to the head, But the reality is completely different,
Yeah.
When we do initiations in palo, we swear to do good to the people that do good for us, and people that come looking for salvation, and we swear bad, for people that want to do bad to us, That's the idea. That's what we do.
So before I go on to the next, what exactly is your definition of palo monte?
Well, Palo Monte is a religion, you know, that works mainly with dead people, not but not dead people. I mean the spirits of dead people. You know, that's the idea. That's Palo Monte. So the main I don't want to say object. How can I say? Or tool. I don't want to say tool either.
Okay.
So the main that we have is the Nganga. So the Nganga is like the vessel in which are kept the magical forces of the universe. So we have the forces of the earth, forces of the water, forces of fire, forces of the ground. You know, when I say forces, I mean spirits. You know, that's the idea.
Yeah.
So we work with all that. You know, we work with the spirituality of everything, frogs, plants, animals, and even the people. We work with the spirituality of
The human, and when you say people, you mean the bones and the spirits of humans.
Yeah, I mean when I say the spirits of people, I mean the humans, the people. You know.
Okay.
So when a person die, you know. They become spirits, you know. They left their material body and they become spirits, you know. But the spirit remain attached to the body, you know. So I mean the bones. That's the idea. So when you are like the owner, or when you have the physical parts of a dead person, you know, you have a deep connection, you know, with the spirit of that person, you know. And some people say that we enslave the person, and it's not like that.
See, that's what I heard.
Yeah, it's not like that. When people die, as I told you, people become spirited, you know, but they have a period of time that nobody knows how much time is it, you know, that we call purgatory, you know. And Purgatory.
That's interesting. We're going to revisit that.
So purgatory is like a space between earth and heaven, you know. So it means that people have pending things on earth, you know, that spirit have pending things on earth, you know. So the idea of palero, you know, the palero is the paleros are the people that practice palo monte, you know. People call it paleros. So the idea of the paleros is to help those spirits to solve their pending things, you know, and they are going to help us, you know, to solve our problems, you know, to solve some things. So that's the idea. It's a duality, you know, that we establish with the spirits. So we help them and they help us. You know, that's the idea of Palo Monte. But this religion have the peculiarity that people can do both, evil or good, you know. So just depends what.
That's in anything. That's in Christian, Muslim.
Yeah,
Buddhism.
I mean, depends.
Like it's always, it's the duality to anything. Negative. It's negative people.
Yeah. But in other religions, people punish, punish doing evil, you know.
Yeah.
Here in this religion, we don't punish that, you know. So the only in charge of punish people that do bad is the karma. You know, but for us it's allowed. To do bad, you know. But just depend on the people. If you want to do the good, it's okay for you. If you want to do the bad, it's okay for you. But you have to know that the karma exists.
The karma will come back.
Of course, you know. So all the bad that you do for the rest of the people, for other people, will come back to you, to your family, your kids, your friends. You know, to your life. That's the idea of Palo Monte. That's what Palo Monte means for me, you know.
Okay, all right. Let me pause right there. So I'm gonna face the camera. So, how has your experience been growing up in Palo, as far as good and bad? What is your experience, and what is your expectations getting Palo out globally? That's a two-part.
Está preguntando, o sea, ¿cuál es tu punto de vista con respecto a haber crecido o haberte iniciado en el palo, ¿no? sabiendo de que se puede hacer tanto el bien como el mal, ¿me entiendes? ¿Y qué significa eso para ti? ¿Y cuáles son cuáles son tus expectativas o cuál es tu idea acerca de que el palo se haga, o sea, de que el palo real, no la concepción que tienen ellos del mal o del bien, ¿no? Sino como lo practicamos nosotros, de que se expanda o de que la gente sepa acerca del palo?
Bueno, ya como el Tata lo estuvo explicando ahorita. Nosotros cuando juramos Santo Bueno, juramos Dios, juramos diablo. El bien y el mal. Ahora, con respecto al mal que tienen las personas, yo les voy a explicar algo que siempre le digo a todo el mundo. En el palo se salvan las personas. Pero para tú salvar a una persona tienes que saber el mal que tiene. Entonces tienes que saber cuál es el mal y cómo se hace el mal. No puede ser de otra manera. Como en todas las religiones. Todo el mundo dice que el palo. Todo el mundo critica el palo. La gente no habla de la santería. O del Ifá.
Que incluso se hacen cosas malas
Los
también.
avalados tienen que defenderse si alguien le hace algo. Los santeros tienen que defenderse si alguien le hace algo. Entonces, ¿quiénes son los buenos y quiénes son los malos? Lo que ninguno tiene que hacer es mal. ¿Me entiendes? Entonces, para tú poder hacer el bien, primero tienes que saber el mal. Ese es mi punto de vista. Yo, como por mi parte en el palo, me he dedicado a aprender la parte buena para defender a mi familia, pero tengo que saber lo malo también. Y mañana, ¿cómo me salvo? Si alguien me hizo un mal a mí, porque todos tenemos enemigos, ¿de qué manera yo me salvo? Supón tú que lo único que vas a hacer es que no le vas a hacer daño a nadie, sea quitarme lo que me hayan hecho. ¿De qué manera lo voy a hacer si no sé hacer el mal? Ese es mi punto de vista. Tanto en el palo, como en el santo, como en el ifá. Ahora que desde un punto de vista para el mundo el palero sea lo más malo, para mí no es así. Porque ahora mismo uso el babalao, pero antes de ser babalao, practicar el palo. Y no le he hecho nada de daño a nadie. Siempre he tratado de defenderme y tener a mi familia bien. Ese es mi punto de vista.
So he's saying that from his point of view, good and bad exist everywhere, even in Palo, in Osha, in Ifa, Christian, Catholic, evil and good exists everywhere. So, but many people talk about Palo, no, but they don't they don't put their thoughts on that, that there is evil or good in everything. So, for the other hand, he's saying that how can you save yourself if you don't know the bad parts? So to save yourself, you have to know how people do the bad. So for example, if somebody do a witchcraft to me, and I always know how to do the good to the rest of the people, how can I save me? How can I
Yeah.
save my family? How
You
can I
won't
save
know
my
God
friends?
without struggle. Yeah,
So
you
that's-
got to experience the bad things too.
yeah, that's so you have
Yeah.
to know. You have to know the bad. You don't have to know the evil. To do the good. That's his idea. So, and he's saying that he's babalao now.
Yeah.
But before to be babalao, he's palero. So
Yeah.
many people talk about Osha or Ifa, and they don't say the bad part of that.
Yeah.
They just speak bad about
Yeah,
paleros.
yeah.
Because a palero did a witchcraft to me, did something bad to me. All people talks about that. But in Osha and in Ifa,
They
some
do
people
negative too. Yeah, I've had negative things done to me through
so that's the
Ifa
idea.
Dorisha.
So if
Yeah.
you don't know the bad, you don't know how to save yourself, from that evil. How, you don't know how to save your family. You don't know how to save people.
That's true.
So, and it's a reality that many people comes to Palo to save their life.
Yeah.
So we can save the life of the person in every aspect of the life.
Yeah.
In love, in health, in the economy.
Yeah, yeah.
everything. You
Yes.
know, we can save, and people can do bad. You know, but if you don't know how to save them, how to do the bad, you can't
See.
save them. You know,
I agree.
that's his point of view.
And what about him growing up in Palo? His experience growing up?
Él te está preguntando, o sea, que no respondiste esa pregunta, o sea, cómo tú te sientes con respecto a haber crecido en una familia que practica palo, que practique el palo, o sea, teniendo en cuenta todo esto, o sea, todas estas negatividades que hablan acerca del palo.
Para que terminemos, bueno, ahora mismo yo contento, feliz porque ya cuando llegué al IFA ya tenía una base que no tiene que ver una cosa con la otra. Pero bueno, existen las espiritualidades, que todas esas espiritualidades caminan conmigo, ¿me entiendes? Y me ha servido para todo el camino que he seguido llevando. Siento que soy ahora un sacerdote de Orula, tengo que seguir caminando. No, un viejo mío no se olvida, como decimos nosotros.
Osbara, tonto, Osbara. A un viejo amigo no se cambia por uno.
Un viejo amigo no se olvida, entonces tengo que seguir trabajando, atendiendo esa parte y llevándola como es. Si no, es de otra manera. Bueno, no tengo palabras.
So he says that he feels good, happy to have raised in a family that practice palo, you know, because they had, he has or had the opportunity to save many people, you know, and as being right now a priest of Ifa, you know, he has a base. You know, he has a base,
Yeah,
a point
experience.
of a start.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, with the religion. I mean, his first initiation was palo monte. You know, we all practice different religions. We practice palo monte, we practice ocha, and he practiced Ifa. You know, he was initiated in Ifa too. So, practicing palo or being raised in a family that practice palo, you know, establish a base, you know, to go to other religions, you know, so knowing the spirits, the spirituality he has, you know, because of palo, you know, he has how to have to be his behavior or his way to be according to the religion, you know, in the other religions, you know, in Osha and Ifa. I want to give my point of view about that, you know. So right now I have a religious task, you know, and my religious task always many years ago I didn't know about it, you know, but I know now what my task is, and it's a spread, you know, my knowledge and break with those wrong ideas that people have about palo.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't practice just palo, I practice ocha too, you know. I practice abaqua, I practice different religions, you know, and I can say we practice also Catholicism in a way, you know, because Santeria, Ocha, Santeria, the rule of Ocha Ifa here, is a mixture between Yoruba religion, Ocha, and Catholicism. So I don't practice just palo. I practice different religion.
Yeah.
And I have the idea of different point of view. So for me, I have the task to spread my knowledge, to share my knowledge with some people and break with these wrong ideas, you know, to explain how palo works, you know, and not everything is bad, not everything is evil, you know. People come here to save their life.
Yes.
People come here to save their life, you know, and there are people everywhere that want to take advantage of their knowledge,
Yes.
or I don't know what they practice. You know, and,
It is everywhere. Not just
it's
Cuba,
not just it's not just
America,
in Palo.
Nigeria, wherever, South America,
Yeah, and
it's everywhere.
it's not just in Palo, and
Europe.
it's also there are many people, as this is the oldest religion here in
I
Cuba.
was just about to ask you about that, about how old Palo is versus Santeria.
This is the oldest religion because the first slaves that were brought here to Cuba belonged to the area of the Congo, Angola, that part of that area of Africa.
Yes.
These were the first slaves that were brought here to
Yeah.
Cuba. So the first religion that came here to
Yeah.
Cuba, Afro-Cuban religion, was Palo Monte. And for many years, this religion was transmitted orally. We don't have
No books.
we don't have a book like Ifa
Yeah.
or Osha.
Yeah.
So some people, with the pass of the years, have written their experience,
Yeah.
practicing this religion, but it's their experience. Not everybody have the same experience. So we don't have a book, and as we don't have a book, and people have to be trained, and many people are not trained. There are many people.
That's a problem.
There,
That's
there
very
are, There are
problematic.
many people everywhere saying that they know how to practice palo. So they are. How can I say?
They don't know the farmers. They don't know the songs. They don't know the
No, or they can just learn some basic things, and they say, "Well, I know I'm a wise in palo, and it's wrong, you are not."
Yeah.
So this is not a game.
It's not a game.
We can play with this, So we have to know what to do, how to do it, and many people are changing the destiny of the people, doing
Yeah.
wrong initiation, doing wrong ceremonies. This is not a game. This is not.
I do want to pause and ask you about stealing destinies, but I'm gonna get back with you because I want to ask your father a question about: is he hesitant or fearful of Palo becoming more worldwide because of technology? Like computers and telephones and things that we have now, doing online readings, and do he fear that it will taint the religion? Ask him that, please.
Está preguntando de cómo, o sea, de cuál es tu pensamiento, para no traducir literalmente, cuál es tu pensamiento con respecto a que el palo, y no solo el palo, estamos hablando de todas las religiones de manera general, se están volviendo mucho más tecnológicas desde el punto de vista que todo el mundo tiene acceso a la información, todo el mundo se lee un libro, todo el mundo puede tener información con respecto al palo. No te vayas, que tú tienes una idea con respecto a eso para que lo hables tú también. O sea, esa es la pregunta. O sea, ¿qué tú crees que va a pasar con el palo, con todo este tema de la tecnología?
Con respecto al palo y la tecnología, no va a haber mucho cambio, porque sin el palo no hay nada. Es decir, el palo es mayormente, como decimos, nos regimos nosotros, es el muerto. Y sin muerto no hay espíritu, no hay santo y no hay paz, porque el muerto rige a toda esta gente que nos están radiando. ¿Me entiendes? Sin el palo no hay nada. El palo totalmente es muerto. Por eso es que tanta gente le tiene tanto miedo al palo, porque dicen que el palo, como trabaja directamente con el muerto, es para hacer cosas malas. Yo soy palero y yo no hago cosas malas. Ya dije en un primer momento que yo juré bueno y juré malo. Bueno para todo el que quiere el bien para mí y todo el que quiere el bien para mi familia y para todo el que quiere asumarse a lo que estoy haciendo mal, para que esté en contra de todos mis pensamientos y todo lo que puedan hacer.
So he's saying that he don't believe that the religion, specifically Palo, is going to die or is going to change, because every religion, not just Afro-Cuban or traditional religions, every religion depends of the spirit, So when I say a spirit, I mean a person that was alive and passed away.
Okay.
So all depends of that, And some people are afraid of palo because we work directly with the people, But Jesus Christ was alive, Buddha was alive. Chango was alive, Everybody was alive, So in a moment they passed away and they become a saint, they become an orisa,
Yeah,
they become,
ancestor.
a spirituality, So we work directly with the people, with the person, but that's the origin of.
But what I'm saying is about how technology. Is he afraid technology may change?
Let me finish. So
Okay.
he said that the origin of everything is the spirit,
Okay.
a person that passed away. So technology, we can't be opposed to the technology, to the future, because we have to advance with the technology and the society,
Yeah.
But all that he's saying that all the start point is to be alive and passed away. So
It's
in
true.
the future,
To live and
with
die.
technology,
Yeah.
we can be flying in cars, and
Yeah.
the people or the person that invented, or created
Yeah.
the flying car, is alive, and in a moment he's going to pass away, So we are going to still working with the people,
See?
So that's what that is his thought, and is for me is the same. I believe in that, So if it doesn't matter if the technology advance, it doesn't matter where we are going to be in the future, So everything has a spirituality, so we work with that,
Yeah,
So Pablo is
yeah.
not going. For me, Pablo is not going to die. So what can happen? That many people that are initiated that are not there to learn, they don't want to know about Palo, and the religion can die because of that, But
Yes.
if there is a person, just one person that want to know about the religion, the religion is going to be alive. That is my thought. It doesn't matter about the future. It doesn't matter about technology. It doesn't matter about that. That's my.
That's good clarity. All right, thank you for that. And so I got like 2 more questions, and then that's it. We'll wrap it up.